Hello everyone and welcome to Thesis on Cardano. Today with me we have the master squeaker, the squeakest of the squeakers, the brain behind the Squeak coin ecosystem. I think he opened his mind to us quite a lot in this conversation. It goes very deep into understanding how he imagined it all to work, and it's pretty fascinating. His passion and dedication can be seen from a mile. So I think that the best thing I can do is just leave you to it. Enjoy my conversation with Dave, the founder of Squeak Project.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can't hear you, but wait, that's on me. Pretty sure that my settings are wrong again. Where do I?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, wait, it got the microphone as output. Hmm. Can you speak now?
Yes, maybe. Am I
Yes,
speaking?
yes, you are speaking. That's way better. So now the camera, give me a moment. Oh, it's
Oh,
working. It's working.
hello,
Very good.
hello.
Hello. Now just let me see. Is there an option to blend out the background? Yes, there is. Virtual
Yes,
small.
there
Because
should.
my wife is watching in the background on the TV and or on the couch. Let's see. Just so that whatever we record and suddenly she jumps through the room because the children wake up. That's better.
Hello.
Just now.
Background, maybe background.
Oh, there, background and effects. Yes, should be there.
Oh, oh,
Oh, now
oh.
you oh. Where did you
Okay.
get these now?
I don't know. But I'll leave it as it is for now.
That's good. That's very good. How are you doing? And how Matea is your name, right?
Yeah, my name is Matea.
I'm David. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
That's
Nice to
cool.
meet you. Dave, Squeak, Dave.
Dave exactly that squeak. That's me.
Well, I'm very happy to meet you like this. You always you told me that we have spoken on some spaces together, but yeah, to be honest, I don't
Ah,
remember which ones or what
yeah.
or when
And
was
it
it?
was mostly my private account while you were on the project account. And projects you typically remember, right? But private accounts, well, people join, people leave on the spaces. It's totally okay.
You
Like,
you 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 told something nice about us, or what did you speak about? Or it was just
oh,
on
at
the
that
same
time,
space?
no, it was when you released your thesis
Yeah.
actually at that time, and prior to this there was a lot of discussions in Cardano. I'm actually a regular of Cardano since 2 years and have been up on stage with S20 a lot, and there was a lot of discussion about your thesis, and it's a
Yeah.
really good one. And at that time, I think you joined 2 times in Camdano. That's where we talked definitely and had some
Right.
exchanges there. Um, and on some other stuff too. But most of the time, Spaces is like I got family at home and I jump in when I have the time window, right? When something interesting is, and I'm doing the dishes or core work and I got the time to listen along. And when I listen, I normally have this urge to ask, to speak for myself and get out there. My wife is very annoyed from this because everything takes longer when you start speaking on spaces instead of just listening. But that's how I normally handle these spaces.
That's why you're a squeak now.
Mm, that's why I
I
squeak.
believe. I believe.
Yeah, that was just an idea from this meme. Like, how did this come together? Since quite some time there is, wait, I sent it to you in the Twitter DMs. um that's the meme that I often used when that one when I appeared in a Discord or whatever, or just wanted to say hello. That's the
Oh,
meme I use.
yeah. Dave, Dave, Dave,
Exactly, exactly
of
that
course.
day. And then I thought, ah, why don't I make this mine? and and it got further down that I realized, man, marmots itself have not been branded a lot on crypto. Like they are not over farmed like apes or snakes nowadays, or whatever other dogs and cats, of course, and whatever there is. So I was like, that might not be the worst idea, and they are actually brandable into the sports business a lot because they live in the mountains. A lot of mountaineering sport is a sport that shows itself through crazy clothes designs and some marketing gags and stuff like that, and thought, well, that's not a bad idea if you want to carry it further,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, a lot of I would say it's speaks well with the outdoor activities. And now
Exactly.
when I type marmot in Google, the first thing I get is like outdoor clothing and gear made for adventure.
Exactly. That's the, is it a French mark that it's actually called marmots, right? Or marmot. And they are very, they are comparable to North Face or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Um, or and then that, but they don't have this, yeah, the colorful brand, let's call it like this. And that's where I thought maybe I can enter there a little bit into the business.
So that's I don't know why my camera is turning off. Okay. So that's your idea to how to
Mhm.
continue the work to do
That
branding, clothing.
it's a general brand idea in the long term. The short term is the meme, and the meme will keep going. That's the social idea. That's what you need nowadays. Unfortunately, not even unfortunately, I think crypto itself right now on every blockchain develops into people that join for the short gamble lately. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's just how it became over the last 1.5, 2 years. There's not a lot of money coming in for the long because the people that came in for the long held a lot of dead backs. That's the unfortunate thing. A lot of projects vanished, are not moving forward, and most of the people that came in early for the thought of, hey, there's a business that's a startup, basically have been burned quite hard. So what runs right now is the social engagement. That's what's picking traction because you start spreading something. um, so on the outside, in Web3, Squeak will stay this meme,
Mm.
the squeak, and we're gonna play the marmot there, and step by step take it to an bit more art self-made meme. So we already got the stickers. We are doing our own 3D animations and 2D animations more and more. And for example, this meme that I just sent you, the marmot on the fence, we got it in 3D already, and we're gonna redo it with our um, NFTs ourselves, so that we actually have this meme, but totally on brand of Squeak. And there are a lot of others that I just want to redo and brand to be a meme on chain.
Yeah.
But on the background, it's gonna be more like the mint. I've been putting quite some thought in there that it it's no longer possible to, or at least for now, maybe it comes back again, to just collect money as a startup. It's just like we see this with Pavia, best latest example. They minted, they minted again, they minted again, they minted again, and step by step less people minted them, and they needed the mint funds to keep going because it's just expensive to keep developing a game or whatever. And I want to do it with one mint that builds a fund for the community. This fund again, like what do I intend to do is there will be stablecoin farming, for example. So part of this will, for example, go into Jet, USDM stable pool on MinSwap. Jet, and there is ADA IUSD, ADA USDM. These farms provide quite a good APR right now. Some are even of 100% APR in different tokens. So farming, that I don't understand why other projects don't do it, because you would keep your value in USDC and have it working for you. Mining, get some miners going, get a bit of deepin going, similar to House of Titan. It's not very difficult to run your own server, actually. It's pretty easy if you don't want to make it your only thing. Then to run a 100 terabyte, maybe 200 terabyte server is easy. Yeah, it's a setup with Proxmox is, for example, a free software that develops your servers, or is basically a server solution. You can run the IAGN node there and get some deepin in. But also there are solutions like Arbiter NFT. I don't know if you know them. They have a forex trading solution.
Yeah, I know them a bit. Yeah.
That forex trading is like, you can do it anonymously by owning NFTs of them, and basically their fund is using their forex trading setup. But you can also move in and create your own account on the broker they are using and copy trade them. And they are doing good. Like, they have these strategies, most of them over a year make to 15 to 35% APR. And that's all something that you can use if you may get a good community fund.
Yeah.
And then the idea there is, we already have built a solution to connect Squeak, the token, with our NFTs, so that they are these liquid NFTs, they call them. It's super easy to do that with building a faucet. And we have a quite, let's say it's an easy but comfortable solution. You can basically click a button and say, okay, I want to swap Squeak for an NFT. Then you can select an NFT that we got in our wallet, in our faucet wallet, and you send the Squeak, and automatically you get back the NFT. You can do multiple at once. That's all through the Block Frost API, and the other way around too. And that gives us the super easy solution that if I state, okay, we have this fund for the community that's not staying in ADA, but that's going out, getting super diversified, that's generating revenue for the community, because I collected money from the community. And what I'll do there is, it's not a fixed number now, but in my mind it is, let's say 40% of this, what the revenue comes with buyback token and NFTs, but not at the same time, because I want an arbitrage opportunity. So you, as a member of the community, then see, okay, the Squeak price just rose, but the NFTs didn't follow. And we got this faucet and have it liquid. So if the NFT's floor price is too low, you buy an NFT from the floor, swap it to Squeak, and sell the Squeak. You got more ADA than you had prior to this. And in all this process, Squeak got a trading fee of 3%. The royalties of the NFTs will be there, and there will be a small fee for swapping your NFT. And that is what me and my co-founder get to develop the project. So in all this process, the whole thought is, I want a solution where the money is working for the community and somehow growing on volume. And volume, we create our own volume through giving this arbitrage opportunity.
Yeah, I see.
That's a big idea. If it turns out successful, yeah, that's why I launched it as a meme. Nobody can expect too much from it, but I think the brain, or the brain work has been done. The spreadsheet tells, if we just get a little bit of revenue in there, buying it back, it should start working.
Like a perpetuum mobile.
Not close, yeah, but in the end, everything is based on it. It would be great, but we are scientists. We know that's not existing and not possible.
Well, you just need the initial push. Never say never.
It would be nice if it
Yeah.
comes, but it would be nice. Yeah, that's the idea of Squeak.
Well, amazing. I mean, you
And
you just answered like I don't know, 10 of my questions, maybe in short, because yeah, you spoke about how did the idea happen, and then you how you turned it into life. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't know that it's based on the meme, which everyone knows, which is amazing because I think when things are built that way with like something that everyone can relate to, it makes a good start for something to be successful. So amazing. When you say, yeah, you have a co-founder,
yes.
it's two of you in the team.
Mm.
Yeah,
The,
okay.
the initial founding team is me, and Mode Master is his Web3 name. He's an awesome dude from Denmark. He's actually a musician and very creative mind, which gives the touch to the artwork. He's not the artist, but he's basically um, instructing, which he's doing pretty good on the illustrations that are made for the marketing for the mint now and all this stuff he's handling. He's also the one who is enjoying the technical deep dives more than me. I'll enjoy them, but I realized with handling a Twitter, you don't have the time for it anymore, man. This being constant active on Twitter consumes so much time.
Well, you have also made your like army of your community to be
The
active
marmots.
also on your behalf a little bit.
That's yeah, that's the other part that, and that's actually the interesting thing. Um, well, I don't intend to quit my IRL job. I enjoy my IRL job, so this all is running in evening hours and whatever. But through I'm biking daily. When I go to work, it's 15 kilometers by bike, one direction. And in these time frames, the brain is biking too. Like it's like a constant brainstorming. Um, and there was this one idea that I thought, like, man, how to get people active with your project.
Hmm.
And the only thing that's picking right now, nobody's working for their bag anymore. That's it's rarely, and the only thing I see people work for is when they are hard in losses. So hard that they don't want to sell anymore, but trying everything to get people to buy for them again so that they can leave most of the time, to be very honest. That's when I see people working for their bags. And I didn't want this. Like,
Hmm.
that's an unhappy, that's not, it's rarely that something positive comes out of desperation, right? Um, so there, the idea was how can I incentivize people to engage with my posts? And there is a bot in Discord which is called the Engage bot. I think you're using it too, right? I don't
No,
know.
no, no,
Not.
but I've seen it, yeah.
And this bot is can track who's engaging with your posts, and it can build a leaderboard. So you can state for a retweet you get 3 points, for a like you get 3 points, for a comment you get 5 points. Something like this is possible. Um, and then I thought, why not start gamifying this on a bike ride, really? Um, and simply started with a spreadsheet. I'm getting this leaderboard from the bot, and after a week I took it to a spreadsheet and built percentiles manually, really manually. I was like, okay, what's the highest you can get? And was like, okay, it's now a 3%, the 3% percentile. So is the highest role, and scheduled it down till everyone who just participated once gets something. And what they get is a role in our Discord weekly. So weekly build leaderboard. and this role is a drip multiplier. And the dripping is very popular in the Cardano
Yeah.
community with the farm bot. And it's actually quite the massive multiplier, because then I took what I made from the trading fees of Squeak and started to exchange it with other projects for their NFTs, for their token, and exchanged it so I get something to drip. And now, if you have the highest roll, you're basically dripping around. You should be dripping something like 4 ADA per day for a week, because after that the leaderboard resets. But that's something like that's 28 ADA in various native tokens, that you can earn if you get the highest roll. And then I found another bot from a Cardano project, which is called Promo Thesis, and they are leveraging the farm bot for something very similar. We are quite close collaborating right now, and they now build another bot that's soon also tracking the engagement. That maybe EngageBot will leave our server, but right now their bot is using the Engage leaderboard and distributing a Discord currency in our server, which we just call credits. And this is where your NFTs, for example, come in, because with these credits now, people can play a slot machine in our Discord for other native tokens. Or I just set up today, finally today, a store where you can buy NFTs for credits. And that's now you got a full system. You get a role and you get credits. You can use these credits for very like now I can use them for whatever I want, because it's no really existing cryptocurrency, but I can just decide, okay, it got this value. And
Yeah.
it's making it pretty interesting, because small projects are interested to exchange their NFTs, as NFTs are just so difficult to sell right now, to get volume into. And I'm happy to take them, because I think it's cooler to say, okay, I build up 90 credits and I buy a Dysmorphia PFP that looks like something, and not, okay, and I buy this token that I'm dripping anyway already. It's just a variation to attract everyone who is interested in such a thing.
Yeah.
And we are just, that's something that's happening on the side. Like it consumes a lot of time again, but we got to a level where I think that's cool.
But it's a community building in the end. I think you're keeping your community engaged very well. Uh, very well. It's like when I don't know how I learned about Squeak. Maybe I saw you somewhere on Twitter, but essentially when I learned more about you is when like your army came on some of my posts, and it was like you cannot miss them now. It's you have to see what's it about and what's happening, and it's like the loudest meme on Cardano is true, I
It
think.
is, right? That's the, I need to make one with Thesis.
Yeah,
That's gonna come soon.
in few days, yeah,
Yeah.
when we do the other survey. But quick commercial break just to tell you thank you for everyone who has filled out our survey till now. We have over 200 responses in last 4 days, so that's pretty amazing. If you have filled it out, please tell a friend to fill it out, share it, and help us get to even bigger number. Thank you. Yeah, I think you built like a good system, as I said earlier, perpetuum mobile, maybe, with everything that's possible to be done on Discord using bots, using drips, using roles, using any kind of games. That's smart. In end, it's like the way it should be done, using all the possibilities to engage your community, because I mean. You know that community is really important,
Mhm.
like fundamental probably in memes especially. It's when you said that's why I build meme, because no one can kind of expect something, but I think building a meme coin is really difficult.
Mm,
It's like you have to build it around community, and building a community is the hardest thing
out there.
about building a project. So yeah, kudos to that and to like deciding to do that
And
actually.
and the thing is that I did this with the purpose of supporting others because I realized, okay, I got this idea of how to make it worth for people, but not not everyone. If everyone would start running this idea, it would get worthless again on a level probably because people would just switch wherever they go and everywhere. But I think I got it onto a level where it's hard to copy, easily copy for others. And then now I can just use it instead. Okay, I like what you are doing. I really like it because one of you, the thesis you did is on some level a basis on which I started to build. What does community expect from me to keep it running basically, and and then I can just say, okay, who needs reach? Who in my opinion or in others' opinion too, like I tell the community regularly, if they have a tweet they want to be pushed, they just have to come to me and we're gonna do it. We throw it into this engage because it's decoupled again from like I want you to engage. So the more posts to engage, the better, because I also need to spread the leaderboard. If everyone got the highest role and they just diverge by 3 points in the top roles, well, you probably are familiar with percentiles, but then nobody gets the highest role
Mm,
because that is all of a sudden it's, let's say we got 300 points in this one week, and all of a sudden if everyone is between 290 to 300 and I got no one in the lower hundreds, the top percentile will be 299.99, and nobody can have this role basically. But if the one guy who got this 1 point more, but if I can spread it, we
mm-hmm.
have a better distribution and more people get good stuff, and the highest role is reachable and fair distributed. um, so that's why the more I throw into the engage, the better it is for me. For one, the leaderboard spreads, more visibility out on on the socials, but also I can freely just support others because I don't
Yeah.
even can post that fast and that much to say, okay, it's worth this. Now I can just go like, okay, thesis needs support. They need some views on this, and it works. Like I didn't check on your tweets, but I checked 2 times with Stack Alliance,
Mm-hmm.
and I used an old post from them, a day old, with just 200 views, and threw it into the engage. And the day after, we were at 1.2k views. So it gives reach,
Yeah.
and that is nice. It's
That's
actually enjoyable to do it. Yeah.
and win-win. And I'm sure it feels nice for you to be able to say that in that way you help others also.
Yes.
It's really nice system which basically everyone benefits of. So must be a pleasure. And
And I don't even expect people to hold or buy Squeak for it. That's the other thing, the cool thing. Like to get our drip, the only thing you need to do is engage.
yeah.
Of course, the holder roles have a multiplier of themselves, but to get a good, like this 4 ADA per day is just the highest role of engagement. So 2 ADA per day is the second highest role of engagement, and then it halves again and halves again and halves again. That's basically how it goes down. But it's a system that doesn't necessarily evolve only around Squeak.
Mm,
The token
correct.
Squeak,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
it evolves around the meme, and that's cool.
And how can you speak a bit more about the leaderboard or people or how many people do you have like engaging with it, and is it do you see that someone is really on top of every opportunity using every like comment retweet, and is like the fight in the leaderboard very
Mm-hmm.
close?
Yes. I've
Yes.
got like 10 marmots that go crazy. I never expect, like at one day, I think I shot them 25 to 30 tweets because I was just like, how crazy can they go? And they kept up. These 10 people kept up. They took everything they got. And one of them is Cyberbullion
Of
or
course.
Cyberbullion. Yes, of course.
Of
This
course.
guy is crazy. Like every time I talk about him, I can tell this story that I met him, in it was in the Nebula Discord at that time where he was handling the games, and I thought he's a bot. For weeks, I thought he's a
I know.
bot.
I know.
At one time, he chatted in the general chat, and I was like, eh? What's this now? That was like a year prior to all the AIs coming out, and I was like, what is this? And at that top point, like over 4 months, he was throwing all the games. At that point, I realized, oh, that's a person. What the hell is up with it? And it's crazy how this guy performs.
It's
Ah,
crazy. Yeah, he's one of our like favorite members of our community, and yeah, was with us from the beginning. We know everything, like all about his winter preparations, his life,
his salsa.
family, everything. Yeah, we love him a lot, and
Oh,
I
me
know he's
too.
the craziest guy around. With like on top of every information, every Discord, everything. It's crazy how
It's
he can do that.
insane. Yeah. So I actually got it open now, the last leaderboard. Um, so I got 30 marmots engaging with me, and I have a pretty the maximum points at that time was 285, and roughly the first 13 reached to 250, and then so all of them have 250 or higher. So it's a pretty fifth. The half is just 30 points divergence in the top moment, and then it spreads a little bit. Then it starts to drop down, and that's good. It's not a lot of them down there, so the other half is basically 250 to 1 point. um but it affects the percentile. That's the essential. It
Yeah.
makes it fair. So 30 marmots. I would love to grow this to 50 in the next 1 to 2 months. That would be an awesome number. That's also how all my calculations are laid out. That's why right now we are saving some tokens. It's not fully distributed, so it's pretty hard to calculate that properly, that you don't run out of tokens within a month or so, but need to have it well spread and running,
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
keep going.
Can
Yeah.
can you tell us a bit about like you started sometime in July is what I could find. And like was the and then you started with like a token launch with the Squeak launch. And so you have the plan for this whole time. First the token launch, then the NFT mint, which is coming very soon, I suppose. And then like how far away do you have a plan? When is the clothing and branding thing happening? Is it like also in your plan, like exactly how to get there, or how do you look at that?
Mm, it's not exactly there.
Okay.
No, no. As I said, it's a thing me and Mode are doing as a side job right now. We haven't actually made anything from it. Quite the opposite. we are
Mm.
we are
Okay.
paying like
I
every
know.
other
I know.
founder, probably, right? Um, which is a bit painful watching the ADA price right now. But there are other mistakes I played earlier already, where I lost ADA in trying to support other founders too early. Whatever. So no, it's a pivoting game. What was in my mind was, okay, um, I want to have a brand and I want to have a crypto company because I think I can do this. Um, I wanted to have an NFT project, but already a year ago, it was like clear, no
Mm.
chance.
Mm,
Why did I want the NFT project? Was for the simple fact that we did not have trading fees in the way we got them now on Cardano. We like what I thought is the valuable thing is to have volume, therefore royalties. And if you would have volume in your NFTs, the royalties could support you in some endeavors at least. But we don't have volume, so they can't support you. So I was just sitting there, and when in March, April this year, MinSwap announced, okay, they're going to restructure their trading fees, and SundaSwap did it, and Splash Protocol came out with it, or how was it called, Spectrum at that time, with these adjustable trading fees. That is when I started to think about a token of my own, because I thought, okay, that's just a fair solution. Like if I launch something um, where I don't want to profit from price go up, because if I always feel like as a founder, the moment you start selling, it feels like dumping on your community. And I don't have issues with taking my profits, but if I'm building there myself, that especially as I'm building a community, that feels so wrong in the
mm,
way. If
mm,
I'm community myself, of course you take your profits in a way, and depending how you take it, it's good or a bit more pump dumpy for the chart. But from my own community, it didn't feel right. So when we got this option to have trading fees and therefore get something out of the volume you can generate with your activities, with whatever you build, that is when I thought, okay, maybe a token. Yeah, and then came this meme up. Basically, it formed step by step. It is for real. It is showering and biking and pushing the children or on the playground thinking about something else, right? Where it step by step comes together, and it's still evolving right now. Um, After we launched as the meme token, there came this brand idea where Mode and I realized, so closes are not in the making, but we are in contact with Club Mars to get a first sample of plushies. And I want to go a little bit into maybe children's toys with them. Got some ideas there um, that might be possible to develop with Club Mars. Mm, and this is where this cute brand came from. And at that time, also prior to that, so NFT project, oh gosh, so much things like how to
mhm,
cover it if you're thinking about it for years, right? The NFT project that way was like when Sappy Seals came in, and the little Sappies, and I know it's not directly Sappy Seals, but I didn't like that the cutest project of Cardano should be something that's leveraging the IP from outside Cardano.
yeah, yeah.
It it sticks wrong with me. So I thought of, okay, if I go NFTs now, I want to become the cutest. And this is how the brand idea came together. Then Mode and I sat down, developed the brand colors, got in. That's basically what you see in our PFP now, with the rings that somehow is a homage on Looney Tunes. Um, and these colors we got around is what we defined as our brand color. Also, our whole new website is built on it. And so the goal of the Squeaky Squeakers is to become the cutest collection of Cardano, and then add this font on top of the mint. And I should honestly state, okay, there is a portion that Mode and I get, because what we do with these funds is, or with a part of the mint, is set up the Web3 company. That's also something that costs. And by profession, I'm an engineer. I'm not a lawyer, and I don't have a lot of knowledge about how to make it compliant. So I need legal support there, and this comes with setting up the company. And I have a package there where we discuss prices, which comes around for 9,500 USD, and that's basically the what Mode and I get from this mint, because the company will be ours that's handling all of this, but the funds will be the communities. That's the idea behind it, basically. So the the payment for all the effort we are putting in as founders will be okay. We have this company set up after the mint with which we can start going further and
Mm-hmm.
getting everything set up step by step. Yeah,
Nice,
that's
nice. Yeah. Uh, sounds like legit, real, and to build to build to last. Like you're trying to, build a real thing which can just evolve into more and more things in the future.
that's the hope. But it's still, like, everyone needs to understand, it's a slow process. What I
Mm-hmm.
can impact really is how much we appear on socials. We have built an Instagram, we have built TikTok now. Modemaster took over Instagram. He got some experience there because he already led it with his IRL band.
Really, you're on
Um,
Instagram and TikTok also.
yeah, TikTok is, we got it and we posted something there, but uh, I'm not familiar with it and Mode isn't familiar with it. So we're still undercover arguing who is taking over TikTok.
Mm.
um, but yes, we are. If you check our link tree, we are everywhere.
Yeah,
Um,
I see now Instagram. Yeah, I'm not on TikTok, but Instagram. Yeah, it's a whole new avenue for like Web3. How are you gonna do that?
so what we do right now is there is this tool called Metricool. So it's really Metri, METRI, and then cool, like cool. That's
Mhm.
a multi-platform post
Social media
management,
management
social
tool. Yeah.
management tool. So that's where we schedule our posts, and both of us have access to what the other one has scheduled and can look through this and plan it out. Like for the free version, you got 50 tweets per month. Um, so it's something that's plannable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also where I clearly again need to state, yes, we are building, yes, we are coming to a mint, but that's why it's a passive fund. That's the idea behind it. That's mining, deep in all this stuff that's running on its own once it's set up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just regularly check how are the numbers.
Yeah, it's what you spoke about in the beginning. It's like you're using the best practices, I would say, from many projects, as you said, House of Titans doing what they're doing, then forex trading, then I don't know, Angels Finance and
Yeah.
what they do. And yeah, I didn't know that that's all in the plans to be like happening
Well,
under Squeak head.
yeah, well, if this works out, we are able to put our own buy pressure on the token, and that's outside of the ADA price. And that's something super interesting because once it goes into the bear market again, and it will, everybody knows this. So we will not see 20 cent again. I don't think we will see 30 cent again, but 50 cent might be possible after this bear that we go down there again, something like this. It's and if you then have something that like 50% of this mint, 60% of this mint outside of ADA that's constantly producing fiat that you can use to grow the funds, and you already did that, but also buy back your token continuously. Yeah,
Now we're talking, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Nice work while biking and showering and watching your children around. Uh,
Yeah.
and the can you speak more about NFT mint? Like, is it public approximately when it's coming, and what do we know till now?
Um, we don't know a lot. I'm struggling with layering. No,
That's what
um,
you've been saying for weeks now.
I know. That's what I've been saying, and I still am. That's the biggest issue there. That once I figure it out, I get further with the collection, and I see something again. No, it can't be. Why? Why is there always something? But maybe I'm also looking too close. I don't know. So that's true. I'm working on the layering constantly. Um, and
Oh,
we are getting there. But the goal was to mint around Christmas, and it stays the goal. So I'm stating this: it stays the goal to mint around Christmas, to start the mint at least around Christmas, um, and from there on out, let's see how good we do.
wait, are you like the artist and doing
Not
everything?
the artist. No, 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 no.
Just
We
the
have
layering.
just so it's the artist is called .com. He's
.com.
com. Yeah, I can wait. I can share you his.
Well, that's familiar.
Uh, I think you might know him definitely from uh, 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 OX. Oh yeah, OX Coms. That's his. That's
Hmm.
yeah. Here we go. That's him, and he's also part of this
Yeah, yeah,
Cardano
yeah.
cycle and
Yeah.
everything. So that's also how we got to be. He basically asked if he can do it, and he's doing a good job, a really good job in his way of making it simple. And I think simple is a trade-off cute. That's this combination that if you get too much details into the NFTs with too much shadows and whatever, and um, it loses cuteness. It gets more detailed, it gets more
Hmm.
impressive in a way, but it loses details. Cuteness. It
Hmm.
loses cuteness. That's and he has found a good middle way, but we are also clashing sometimes because I'm finding these minor issues and he needs to correct them. And then he was like, he's gonna do the layering, but we figured out that his way of layering, like we agreed early on that the eyes, that it's a comic style thing, and that the eyes might overlay, for example, if a hat is on top of it, if you got this whiff trade, um the eyes might a little bit go over the line of the cap. And then we got caps with shades, so you had the shades, and all of a sudden he was like, yeah, you can just layer the eyes on top. And I'm like, no, you can't do that anymore. Now if there's a shade and that's longer than the actual line, it doesn't look like I want it to look as the founder behind the project in the end. So we agreed that I'm going to layer, because I thought like, okay, I can just layer these hats above the eye and these hats below the eye. Yeah, and then the rules get tricky.
Hmm. Hmm.
That these layers stick together and not, they all of a sudden get very tricky. Um, and that's what I'm hanging on. Like, this is really, that's again biking and showering and whatever, because all of a sudden during a ride, you're like, you can do it like this. And you got one trade figured out again, how it fits into the collection, that it really meets the requirements of this easy mint, let's call it like this. It's still very comic style, but at least it's following my guidelines more and more of how I want it to look. And that's fair. I think that's the most important thing, is that in the end the community enjoys it, but the layering needs to be right. And then I start presenting it to the community and then we see where we
Have
go.
you done any sneak peeks?
Some are out. Yes, if you check our website,
I know
um,
one which you sneak peeked for my eyes only, and I loved it. But I don't know, yeah, if you have. Okay, let me
some
check.
are on the website. I just sent it to you in the on the Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
If you go for the NFT tab there, you see some sneak peeks of the marmot, yeah, but not a lot. Actually, we
Oh
are.
my, yeah. It feels like old NFT times.
It is, yeah. They are
Yeah.
nostalgic in a way. They are nostalgic in a way. Um, so what you see there is one, two, three, four base characters. So the fur or the body got different colors. In total, there we got it. Wait, body got 11 different base characters. Um, that are the foundation to these NFTs. And then we got one, two, three, four, five, six additional layers that come together on top of them. Yeah, and we should end up about 150 trades right now, for 4,444 NFTs.
Nice.
That's what we want to sell. And it looks very unique.
Yeah,
I really like them. Yeah.
I'm trying
Wait.
to see how can I share them here. I mean, hello, dear listeners. This is quick commercial break. Just to remind you that the Catalyst voting is currently on, and you are very welcome to vote for our three proposals. You can find them all by typing Thesis into voting app. To give you just a short explanation what they are, the first one, Cardano Pulse, is dealing with doing the research about Cardano ecosystem again. The second one is how to create a decentralized academic journal system on Cardano, bring science to Cardano. And the third one is hosting a great Web2, Web3 event here in Croatia. So read them out, give us your vote. Thank you.
Yeah, you
maybe.
can see. Okay.
Yes.
So right now I'm experimenting with the hoodie and the banana. That's why you see a lot of hoodie and banana. And you already see there are some eye layers overlaying, which doesn't stick how it should. Um, so let's ignore all the hoodies and bananas and just jump to the pirate. And then we have someone who is well layered in most of the cases. Yeah, well, pretty well layered. So here's what I meant. We have this cowboy hat, for example. I can
Yeah.
make that one bigger. Um, we have the cowboy hat, and this one just brings this line, this shade over the eyes. So the eyes, in my opinion, need to lay beneath it. They clearly need to lay beneath it.
Yeah.
And Com was like, yeah, you can't just lay it on top of it. Nah, that's too much of a comic thing for me. So now I'm looking over there because I got your face on the second screen. I need to. No, now I'm sharing it. That's no good. So this is how we do it. um, I I can't do this. I that one needs to go beneath it. Um, and then we started to work on it, and it got down to that you see that I got now eye layer 1 and eye layer 2, which is at one time below the hats and one time above the hats, and later on I can just call these layers the same and they're gonna fall into one attribute, but they are on different lanes of the PFP, on a different layer but the same attribute. So that is how I imagine making it right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is how they look, and I think they just look unique, and each of each of them,
Yeah.
there's no repetition going on.
Yeah.
um and that's the cool thing, that's the really cool thing about them. um
Well, this is amazing to see. Thank you.
It is, isn't it? Like, and we're just, and see, there are some without the eye because I
Wow.
don't know why this came when I added the hoodie and the banana, and all of a sudden some of them come up with no eyes, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Um,
And then you said,
so
okay, they will have no eyes.
no, no, they will have eyes. I just haven't figured out why they don't have eyes. Yeah, that's our mad scientist. He's the Einstein here.
Yeah, I
I
tell
love
you,
that.
he can stay without the eyes. It's a
Yeah.
trait. It's 1% trait.
Ah, nah. Nah, because I don't know why it comes, so I can't even give it a rarity. So no clue. And this is what I work on. Like every evening, I'm sitting down and starting to do it and look at it. And sometimes I find minor errors. Then I'm sending it to come again and ask to redo it. Um, yeah. Then there is this time gap. That's the nice thing with you that we are on the same time. But the moment you communicate with oversee, there's always this gap you need to handle. And
Yeah,
see, this one is also a combination where I might just say,
yeah,
do I
I see.
like the eye like this? Maybe I just exclude the eye from this body. Need to figure it out step by step, and that's just coming from looking at it. So I'm looking at it again and again and again and change something. And yeah, yeah.
Yeah, loads of work. 4,444 of them. It's not a small number to look
No,
over.
no,
What's the
yes.
name of
It
this? What's the name of this body? The one which you sent me, the white with like
the doodles. We
doodles.
call it
Yeah,
doodles. Yeah.
doodles. Yeah,
Wait, where's bodies? Shirt, eyes, tattoos, fur. I call it fur here. That's the doodles one.
yeah. Love them.
Me too. That's an awesome one. It's a really cool one.
And you, who came up with all the like traits
That's the
and what you wanted to have in?
that's the very cool thing with Com. On this level, he's strongly working on himself. Of course, we gave him ideas we wanted to have implemented. So I'm privately playing the piano. So I wanted this keyboard as a backtrade, for example. Um, we have one of our biggest holder is a Viking. He calls himself a Viking. So we needed the Viking helmet just for him and stuff like that that we brought in and brought up. Um, then, but other than that, he got eyes on a lot of other collections and has a lot of his own ideas brought into this collection, um, which we really enjoy. Like, for example, he's against us using, um, what is this? I just see that one. Sorry, I got to look at something. That aligns strangely, but well, um, he is against these backgrounds. That's our brand color backgrounds, and he mostly provided one color backgrounds. And it's like, now the moment you bring up multiple colors in a background, it's no longer very usable as PFP. And actually he's right, I think, with the PFP aspect. A PFP comes out better if you want to use it as a PFP if it's just on one background.
Hmm.
If it's a very minor, non-affecting background color. So these one color things, that's his. But Mode and I were like, but we want a little bit of variety in the background too. So we got these split ones in, and probably I will set them to low rarity so they don't come up that often and just have a so high rarity that they
Hmm.
don't come up often. Um, but give a little bit of visual change in the collection. That's all this stuff that's just happening in the background all the time.
With all the
I
work
love,
in the front,
yeah,
which is
with
also
all the,
background work.
but I just love to scroll through them.
Yeah,
I
I know.
really enjoy it. It's so much fun to look at them. There's another trait I really like. That's this. I love this fur color, this body color,
Mm-hmm.
this crayons. It's just so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That one looks cool. The heart
Yeah.
tattoo gives it a touch. I
I
like that
think
one.
I think they will be perfect to be minted out around Christmas if you will be able to manage that. Uh, there's so little like NFT excitement in past 2 years, and I think that everyone will like love to experience it just for like the sake of fun, even just to
That
go and feel the minting. It's a
and
rush.
then
It's a
comes
special type of
yes,
rush.
it is. Yes, it is this. Oh gosh, did I mint enough? Maybe one more. Ah, let's go. And you end up with 10 more. I get this rush. Yes, I know it very well. I know it very well. But yes, so I hope to provide real, not real, I don't want to say real value because we're all staying in crypto, but I want to build a brand out of this because I just think it's a cool thing. There will come a shop, and we will initially start with these plushies, with stickers, with some merch. I already handed out stickers on the Cardano summit I was on. I don't have any with me right now. Um, but this small stuff that's gonna go out, um, and step by step, I believe I can grow this together with Mode
Mm,
and maybe with Com. And we got Evolved Arts. She's doing the 3D animations, and they are so cool. That's actually something I want to show shortly. Wait, I stop this
mm-hmm.
and open something else, because if we are already added, I can just.
Evolved Arts. Found
Oh, you got it. Okay.
her
Um,
lady, yeah.
yeah, she's great. And she's also, that's the good thing, that she's just okay. I'm giving her a. Oh no, I just told her, yeah, if you are interested to work, I will try to cover your expenses in time with all this stuff going on. Um, and I think she's happy to work with us because I just said, well, we have these memes, and it would be cool to have them on an art level, so that it's ours, but somehow art, right? So she started to work on it herself, and she's doing really, really good. Okay, how do I share this now? Okay, if I share that screen and then open the video, do you see the video? What do you see right now?
Yeah, starting.
Okay, this is what she did. And it's basically this marmot, her interpretation, climbing on the fence and then squeaky. Oh gosh, you probably didn't hear the sound.
No, no.
I
Maybe
had it
better.
very loud. I had it very loud, but um,
Uh, Marmot enjoying Austrian Alps.
exactly. That's basically the scenery. You even hear the. I think I got it as pinned post. Wait a moment.
Yes, I think you did.
Yeah, check it. You even hear the bell of the cow in the background, which is just so cool. It's just so cool.
Yeah, it seems like you have like everything uh, getting there step by step, like good artists to create a great collection which you will be pleased with and will be nice for everyone in NFT world to see and enjoy a bit. Then like the 3D animation, really going there for the branding which you'd like to establish basically in the future. Already, I think you're already on a very good path in the past months with the engagement that you created. That's like the big first step, which you have done beautifully. So
Yeah.
yeah, Very nice.
I hope to break borders. That's the next step. Somehow to break into these cabal borders, let's call it like this, because we have these different groups going on that stick to their bread and don't leave there. And it's a little bit sad because we are too small to be in-house fighting on Cardano.
Ah, yeah.
But it's normal.
I mean, it's
It's
people.
normal.
It's people.
It's
Yeah.
people, exactly. And it's money involved. So I can relate that you defend your back too. Um, that's the good thing again, that I'm only looking on volume, and I
Mm.
see price down, good for the project. Price up, good, even better for the project, of course. But in general, all the movement in the price is what I can build on, what I can bring to the community afterwards again.
Seems like a groundbreaking idea. Like
Yeah. So
volume is good.
that's
Any.
that's maybe the that's something maybe to mention. So Squeak, the token, got a 3% trading fee, and only 1% is meant to constantly grow the LP. Now it's a little bit different because we have a farm set up. So not all the LP is the projects. There are actually quite some contributors to the farm. Um, they also get the 3%, and that's of course theirs then. So our farm, I think, is very good. Um, but you only get Squeak, so you get a meme token for the farm. Yeah, it's your own risk, however you like it. But from the fee the project gets, 1% is growing the LP, 1% is meant to develop the project. So that's basically me and Boatmaster that we can spend on whatever we think is right. And 1% is being added to the reward program, and another program which is for the holder roles, basically, where right now we are dripping some simple NFTs called Golden Squeak tickets for free in our server. So they are dripped only to the holder roles. That is where what we give out to the holders. And these tickets in time will be the initial set that will get a contribution of the trading fees generated in the Squeak ecosystem. So these tickets get 0.5% of the generated trading fees of the Squeak token in ADA. And which means right now they are per ticket that should be a value of, we have made roughly 500k volume, so that should 2500 by 5 is 5 ADA per ticket that you will get dropped. Not dropped, that's another thing. I don't like airdrops. I like airdrops on other chains, but on Cardano they are fucking expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Adalot, which is another project of Cardano, have developed a simple solution for claiming. So you as a user can claim your rewards, which is nothing else that I got these Golden Squeak tickets, and we already distributed 524 ADA between the Golden Squeak tickets that have been handed out, in a way that I took a snapshot, and then I got all the wallets addresses with how much they hold, and just added this spreadsheet that then was address and how much ADA, based on the simple calculation how much Golden Squeak tickets and how much one Golden Squeak ticket gets. So multiplication on, you hold 3, you get 6 ADA, and put it into this reward claiming. And you enter you don't need to connect your wallet or anything, though there's no risk factor for you. But what you do is you take your address, you print it into copy paste it into a text field, and it gives you back a number of ADA to send and how much ADA you will get back. So it basically is an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And it states, okay, you send 2.135678 ADA, and you will get back the whatever you claim plus your ADA minus the transaction fees. So we as projects don't have to cover the transaction fees to distribute to 200 people,
Yeah.
which right away is when you add a native token,
Yeah.
is 200 ADA that you just give out,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is a lot if you
Yeah.
don't have a lot, right? It's so, and it gives another thing. If you ain't active with the project, you will miss out on these windows, because there will be, okay, we will make it public like 2 weeks prior, we will run it up on X, on all the socials, that this claim is coming, and you will have a 1 week window to claim. And if you don't claim in this 1 week, well, there are a lot of options. Then we use the rest, if it's Squeak that was claimable, and burn it. We use the ADA that was claimable and buy back Squeak and burn it, or whatever is just right in this situation. I'm not going to give a guideline there that I will handle it this way or that way. But some, like from this first claim we did, 524 ADA was distributed to roughly 50 wallets. And about 50 ADA wasn't claimed. So in that moment, I bought back Squeak and burned it.
Yeah.
Because that's basically how I see it. So it doesn't stay a freeloading system. It's not that you can be early in Squeak and will continuously benefit of it. You cannot freeload it. That's why it's also a weekly leaderboard and will reset after a week. Everything is based so that new people that want to join have the same chances within a week
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
reach in our in the gamification program. And the same thing is meant to be in the stake not staking rewards, in this reward claiming, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there will also not be there are ideas for good use cases for the NFTs, but staking right now is not one of them,
Mhm.
because staking also takes out the NFTs of the volume that I want to create. I want the volume, and the price go up movement will come because I'm buying back the token or the NFTs. So in time, price will go up. How long it takes, yeah, well, that depends on how much the community wants to hold. But as it's connected, NFTs and token will appreciate, and I want the volume, and staking is a hindrance to volume. That's how I see it. And it's a freeloading system it's different with stake pools, because stake pools have a clear use case in Cardano. They are needed. So stake your ADA, please. Everyone, stake your ADA, because that's essential for our decentralized blockchain. But a native token that does not have a use case for staking, but for binding the holders, well, I
Yeah.
don't think that's a good use case.
I see. You would say it's not an utility.
Yeah, no, staking is not a utility.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
It's
agree.
actually a reason to sell out your token. It's a yeah. Man, we're talking a lot, Matteo, or I'm talking too much. I'm just like, what's your new study about? Tell me about that one. Let's change the system here.
Yeah, we are gonna be doing a small survey. I would say much smaller in Opus than the last big one. This time I'm aiming some up to 30 questions again to cover the demographics of Cardano ecosystem at the moment, cover some questions about, what are the hot topics at the moment, maybe some marketing, budget, governance, meme coins, DeFi. Yeah, whatever I see is the most important at the moment, basically. uh, and we will do it. I will publish it in next week when the voting for Catalyst Fund 13 starts, because one of our proposals is again trying to get the funds to do the big research again. So I thought, why not do like a small research at the time of voting? We will share the survey through the ecosystem, and whoever gets to fill out the survey will also at the same time learn that we have proposals and what do we do and what have we done and stuff like that. So yeah, we will use it as an opportunity to market what we are doing, and at the same time get some data again, because we have no data for the past 14 months now. Last data that we have was in summer of 2023, and unfortunately we had no chance to do anything in the meantime after the last after the first study was published. So this is our try to get on it again and get some more data out. I will create an PDF of the results and everything and share it in the community. And yeah,
Nice,
yeah,
nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw you pushing for people to register their wallet to Catalyst funds. I'm interested how many actually will do. Again, I got the feeling it's getting less and less that participate in the Catalyst funding
yeah. I think
system.
it
But
was like that in the past two funds which I've been
yeah,
following. It was less than the previous ones. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this time is the first time that you can vote with only 25 ADA. Till now, it was
not 500
500.
now.
So
Yeah,
maybe something changes. We'll see. At least in like the number of votes. But again, the most important thing is like the amount of ADA voting for you and not the amount of votes. So, but
yeah.
yeah, we're here to try over and over again.
That's it. Yeah, that's why. But that's also why I didn't put in the effort to write a Catalyst proposal. Maybe in time. I, yeah, maybe in time. But there are also a lot of proposals where I'm just like, there are good ones, there are bad ones. That's it. Not gonna comment more.
For sure, yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, well, uh, I have some questions here, but I'm reading them and I see that you spoke about all of them. But that was that's it. I'm rather having these conversations as just, you know, us sitting together and speaking without like exact guidance of when I
Mm.
should ask something or whatever. So uh, I'm happy to have learned more about you and the Squeak coin and everything that is in the background.
And the offer stands. I don't see every post every time, but if you need a post pushed, just come. I'm actually, I as I said, I had set up this NFT store and I got your primary image from the JPG store. And gonna cut out the brain trade soon and try to put a brain onto the marmot squeaking, and then we see if we get a thesis and dysmorphia squeak going.
Have you set up the store somewhere? Is it like somewhere in Discord
Mm.
to be seen?
Okay, how does it work? It's a command. If you use slash
Okay.
store,
Wh
then
wh
it should come up
where can I use it?
slash.
In bot
I
command? No.
I think you should also be able to use it in general chat because this promo faces bot is everywhere.
Okay.
Wait, I'm checking myself.
What's the command?
Slash store. Yes, slash store. And then enter. Yes,
Oh.
and then it comes up. And what
Oh.
basically happens now is, wait, how do I do this? Reward user. Um, and I give you 100 value user.
I see. I can buy a roll.
Exactly. I cannot make it so the farm bot in general is able to tip NFTs, but that only works if you um, if you got developer options turned on and some special stuff, and it's not accessible for another bot. So what this bot does is it hands out a role. I just gave you 100 credits um, because
I
I've got
see.
the power. Um, so what you can do now is basically you can buy a
Bye.
role.
Okay.
Yeah, just do it for the moment.
Which one do I like?
Whatever. Yeah, you
I,
can decide. you, there are so most of them are NFTs, but for the one daily engage claim, this is the cheapest role we got, and this is so that you can use a command in Discord
I
for
see.
the leaderboard. So you can daily claim 2 additional points in the leaderboard. Just an idea to spread it further,
Uh-huh.
because yeah, percentiles need a good spread.
I just bought a Juke Boys roll.
Nice. So then you should come up in. I ping you
NFT store.
exactly.
Okay.
And this is where I will, first of all, that's basically the simple idea. There's pool PM to Squeak coin. I will soon create another wallet that's probably gonna be called Squeak NFT store or something like this, where all the NFTs that we got in the store are in. And now you can just go to the pool PM link and check the collection you just bought and which one we got, and tell me, I want this one and this is my wallet. You write it in this channel and or open a ticket then as you wish to keep it private. That's basically the idea behind it. And I send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remove the role from you again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's something I the it's laid out that you roughly need to grind with us for 3 to 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks to get the first set of NFTs. It should be easier if you're aiming for one when you start to get this daily role. That's the incentive behind it. Okay, now I can buy the daily role. If you get the highest leaderboard ranking, you get 12 credits. The daily role costs 6, so it will support you in getting there, and you double down with it. That's the whole idea behind it. And then you need 4 weeks, and you can get the cheapest NFTs out of there, or the I don't know cheapest. I just ordered them, unfortunately, by what the value of JPG store right now is, because at some level I need to align it and put it together, and it was tricky to make it right because I like all of these collections quite a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you have to
On some level,
do
I
it
need to
some way.
scale it,
Yeah.
and this now really is okay. I always wanted to have a juke boy, but I never wanted to take the ADA in the hand because, well, Shaggy is building like crazy. Um, but I don't have the ADA. I don't want to spend it. Now you got a solution. Join the Squeak Discord. Just comment sometimes under any post we put into the engage. You get credits. We are happy. You are happy. You got your
Mm.
juke boy. The same with Dysmorphia and all the other NFTs in there. And the only thing I'm looking at is this project still active? And then I'm like, if they contact me and ask, hey, can we exchange? Most of them, I genuine giraffes, no, just the Duke boys, Steak Pool, and you were without exchange for Squeak. So what I normally do then is if they contact, I check their floor price and I'm like, okay, this is the amount of Squeak you would get for one NFT. I can take 3, you get some Squeak. And I get the Squeak because of the trading fees. And now if this project sells it or drips it, the normal conclusion is, okay, you got your own drip going on, and now you distribute Squeak to your community through the drip and got it through your NFTs and didn't need to buy it from the market or whatever. And I have the NFTs and got a good use case for them. And the thing is, again, as a project, I'm interested in the volume. So if this project just dumps, I will not trade with them again. But I had volume
Mm.
and an entry point for maybe another community member, because I know I'm building. So yeah, I'm not looking at the price. I think the value will come.
That's what Charles always says about Cardano.
Yeah, the
He's not
value will.
looking at price.
Yeah. Oh shit. Now I need this whiteboard, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. This was very informative, amazing, fun, insightful, full of like new, fresh, I would say, perspective on things in building and project. I think you're doing it in a very unique way, very thoughtful and nice, good way. So I like it.
Thank you. Thank you a lot. That means a lot to me. It really means a lot because yeah, most of the time you stand alone. That's super nice from you to say,
Well,
Mattia.
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to you, like what you are doing. I really like, as I think I told you, my I was trying to get my PhD 5 years ago. We in some
Hmm.
other discussion we talked, um, and stopped due to children and whatever. But I really enjoy the quality work you're delivering. So
Yeah.
it is clearly visible that you got a lot of experience in research and are completely pushing this into thesis and dysmorphia, and I enjoy your content a lot.
Yeah. Trying.
It's
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, trying is the only thing we can do. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Well, we will keep trying, doing our
that's
best.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Uh, okay.
Mattia, thank you a lot
Thank you
for this
for the
interview.
nice evening and hear you tomorrow.
Squeak!
Squeak.
Exactly. Bye bye.
Bye bye,
Ciao.
Dave. Good night.